What's up, my ponyos? Andy Pauls, allgamesplayed.com, allgamesplayed.com, allgamesplayed.com. Doing a video review here of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. My silly commercialness wasn't funny, but I'm glad you liked it. I'm here to tell you about how awesome this device is, some of the quirks, some of the pros, some of the cons. Pros outweigh the cons, and tell you how great, how awesome, how cool this device is. Had it since it launched in October. I want to tell you about the software, I want to tell you about the hardware, I want to tell you about everything that comes in the box and the experience that you get. Alright, let's get into this. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is a beast, as you can see. It is a whopping 5.7 inches here in diameter. We've got a Super AMOLED LED screen. It's just vibrant and beautiful. It's got 1080 by 1920 pixels, which gives you a whopping 386 ppi. Definitely multi-touch, great light sensor, proximity sensor, scratch resistance. I've added a screen to it to prevent scratches because I got kids. A bit on the hardware here. We've got a 2 megapixel front-facing camera that actually gives you 1080p HD video. Also on the back side, we've got a 13 to 14 megapixel camera with an LED light that actually gives you the first time 4K video. We've got digital image stabilization, continuous autofocusing, video light. The device itself is about 170 grams. It's 6 ounces, so it's not too bad. The average phone's about 4.5. It doesn't feel that heavy though. Supports Android 4.3. It's about to upgrade to KitKat 4.4. Inside the device, we've got a huge battery, 3200 capacity mAh. Gives you about 25 hours talk time, standby time's 22. Using it all day, I have calculated about 10 hours, 12 hours. If you're watching videos regularly, playing games, more intense games, maybe like Reaper or Angry Birds, or even like any of the Final Fantasies, you'll most likely get less out of that. I wanted to address some of the hardware perks, and I'll open up the back. Speaking of the back, it's got a nice fake leather-esque back. I could take this off. It's kind of suave. A lot of people like it. I feel like if you touch it a lot, it's gonna wear off. But it's got a sick Qualcomm Snapdragon 800, which clocks at about 2.3 gigahertz, quad core. It's got 3 gigs of RAM. You've got enough room here for a 64 gigabyte XD scan disk, and then carrier specific card. You can actually get an attachment where it gives you your little Smart S cover. I didn't buy it. It's like 80 bucks. I don't think it's worth it. I just have it sitting on my desk with a little stand that I use. A couple other features here. We've got a stereo speaker right here. Even though it's one, it still outputs stereo. We've got a great ear speaker there. We've got a mic here, noise canceling mic. We've got an infrared sensor there as well. On the sides, we've got your button to turn it on. On the other side, you got your up and down volume keys. You've got your on-touch back button here and settings or auxiliary button right there on the bottom. And the big thing about the Note, as you know, is the stylus. This has been redesigned. It's really suave, really cool. All these different gestures here that you can do that we will go over shortly. And I will show you how fast you can scroll. It is terrific. They've also got the bloat apps, or the pre-installed applications from Samsung themselves. I have actually gone ahead and disabled every one of them. The only one that is good here, internet browser's garbage. I can't disable it. The music's pretty good. There's a feature in the music that I actually want to show you that's really cool. S-Voice is garbage. I couldn't stop it. Translator, I've thought about it. The Samsung Hub is just a hub where you can buy music and stuff from their actual media site, but the voice recorder is actually really, really good. It's really, really high quality. I used it for most of my in-studio recordings for my content that I make for YouTube. Let me show you all of the perks all in one. I can either go through, I can swipe down like you would normally with most of Android 4.1 and up. There's all these quick references here, but you can rearrange them. I'll show you all of these perks. It's got NFC. You can access the settings from right there. It's different than the stock Android. You've got these 4 tabs that constitute all of your different features. Connectivity, which is the first tab, which gives you your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, airplane mode, data usage, and then all of the other specific connect and shares like NFC. We've got the S-Beam, and then we've got nearby devices and screen mirroring, which is something unique. You can do all your personalizations there, sounds. Controls here is where you can do all of your Samsung specific features. We've got all the motion control that I can go over shortly. We've got the S Pen features that I will go over in a minute. Next is your account and device manager, storage, battery, applications, browsers, etc., etc. I'm going to now go over all of the specific features of the device. So I typically keep reading mode on because it makes the text a little more crisp. You don't get as much fuzziness on the edges of the text. I'm really sensitive about that. If I don't have something that's really crisp, I can't read it. We've got your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, sound syncing, which is fine. I'm going to go over the air gestures and the air view, and also there the smart scroll, smart pause, and smart stay. Alright, let's do the air gesture. There is a sensor on the top left. You basically put your hand over the thing and it recognizes it, and then it'll pop up the screen. This is kind of the standby screen that you'd get for the S viewer. Gently for a second, blue light goes, and there's your little screen. Alright, the air view feature basically just sends whatever you're viewing, media, music, to a device that is connected to your TV. It can hook to Samsung's smart TVs. I don't have one, so I'm not going to use it. Multi-window. Let me show you multi-window. This is really cool. You want to have multi-window on. If you hold the back button, you will actually see in this lower corner this little thing. Now I'm going to zoom out here, come out, and I am going to show you exactly what you can do. So I actually like to watch YouTube. So you click on the app that you want. You watch YouTube, pull up your YouTube. You can choose the internet. Let's go to the internet. Chrome. There it is. Boom. So it'll split it. It's kind of multitasking, something that the iOS does not have. What I generally like to do is grab the middle, drag it, make the Google small, my YouTube bigger. I'll play my video, right, and I will surf the internet. You can also drag things from here. So if you have a project that you're doing, you can drag things from here to there. Next feature, and to turn it off, by the way, you hold down the back button and it'll make it disappear. Smart stay. So let's pull out a video. You look at it, you look away, and it pauses. See that? You look at it, it plays, it pauses. So that's the smart view. Alright, so let's showcase the S Pen. So it's pretty small, it's about the shape of a regular pen. This little doodad is a button. If you can look closely, if you get the pen close enough, you'll actually see a cursor. I need to get it on a white background. I'll show you on Google. Can you see it? So it's pretty smart. You can get about a quarter of an inch away and you can touch the screen, and it's very, very, very responsive. I love using this with the multi-window. Okay, so to activate it, you either pull it out as you heard it or saw it, or you push in when you see the cursor. You've got Action Memo, which is a cool little feature where you can put like numbers, and you can put like addresses, and it should recognize it. You can make it small, you can go back to it, you can bring up all of your things. Let's see, what was that feature? How do I, maybe it's that one, there we go. And it can recognize, you hit that little dotted thing and it'll recognize all this junk. You can create a contact, call someone, message, tweet, I think, or that's email. You can search. So I searched all that stuff out and it recognizes it. Okay, I'm done with that, I don't want it. You can also go into you know, a typable bar and have it write on this Samsung input method. It's a Samsung keyboard, so it's pretty good with recognizing that. This little dotted area gives you extra space if you drag your cursor along. It always keeps that last letter. It's kind of annoying. That's what I've noticed. It's kind of annoying. And you can do that. Or you can actually go into the space and hover your cursor there. And if it does it, maybe right there we go. See that little box? You tap it and it'll bring this little thing up, or you can copy it, you can kill it, and then you can type right into this area. So that's a cool little feature. There's also, let me go back to Google. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So I go to Google. This is one of my favorite features here is the screen write. So I can go like that. I can go screen write. No, that's not what I did. I didn't do search. I did screen write. Okay. It clips a picture. Okay. And then you can write on it. You know, change your colors with your stylus, your type of pens from the S Note settings. These are all available in the S Note app, which is pre-installed, which is actually really good. Or my favorite is actually doing this. So we'll discard it. You can actually put your cursor there, push the button in, and draw, and you can actually crop whatever you see. So I'm going to crop the Google, okay, and it'll actually do a screen write or a capture of just that section, and then you can share it with any of these apps. It's a really, really cool feature. I love it. I didn't mean to copy it to that clipboard. Darn it. Let's go back. Okay. Also, my favorite feature for making thumbnails, let's say you want a picture and I want to pull the Google logo out without the background, and I want to make a vector picture. And sorry I'm not zooming it out. I want you to see it closer. I can do this magic tool where I either select the freeform, the circle, square, or the magnet, and it should pull the Google. See that? And then what I can do, I actually want to get it one more time. If you click back from the box, sorry, back to the magnet, it'll give it again. And then let's share it with S Note. And then it'll just pull that portion. Oh, I didn't mean to put that. Darn it. Not S Note. Let's try this one more time. You circle it. You can either choose the circle, again, the box, or the magnet. There we go. It pulled the whole thing. Terrific. So it's pulled everything in the Google. And then you go over to Sketchbook, which is my favorite for making sketches. And it makes its own unique layer, which you can manipulate. You go to your layers. There's the Google. You can replicate it, or you can go like this and transform. Drag it. You can make it smaller. You can make it big, that's moving it, that's freeforming it. You can pin it to make it bigger or smaller. Zoom out. And, you know, add it to a thumbnail that you want to do, and you can color around it and like, cancel, okay. And we'll go like this. Fill, color, we'll make it orange. Boom. There you go, and you got a cool thing that you can work with. I love it so much. So there you have it. That's one of the coolest features of the S Pen. All the other features are kind of gimmicks. You got pen window, which is kind of dumb. You just circle an area, and you can have like a widget on top of everything. So I can have like a clock widget that's like on top of everything. Like I can swipe, and that's kind of cool. Or you can do search like you saw. Scrapbooker is like if you find a leak that you want and you want to put it into a, you know, a collage or a scrapbook. The last thing that I want to show you guys is the camera. The quality, what features, how to use it. You know, you take your picture there, you take your video there. My favorite feature is this pause feature. Just like the old camcorders, you can pause, get another angle, hit record, pause, record, and then it will splice it together. My favorite feature is this pause, hit record, and then it will. See how it syncs it together? So you've got a cool little feature where you can actually do front and back. So you can have us. This is actually kind of cool. I will impose this onto it. So you get the basic dimension of the front-facing camera right there on top of whatever screen that you want. You hit this button right here, and it'll mask it to it. See that? It's really silly. So it looks like we are right there. I'll take a picture. Boom. It's a little finicky. I love it. I do things with it all the time. We've got some other features like this. Turn it off like that. You know, you can do all your basic settings with your flash, mic on or off. You can tell where the files are going to. The modes are kind of cool. Samsung's known for the good modes. Auto is auto. Beauty face, it takes like 5 pictures in a row, then it'll choose the best one and auto crop it for you. Best photo is the same, but it does 8, and it's more of a outside picture. The beauty face is more of a selfie. Best face is when you're just having fun with kids. You just go crazy. It does like 15 pictures. Sound and shot, you've heard of. Drama, this is kind of cool. I haven't been able to show it. It basically takes 10 pictures a second, maybe 25, and then it puts together kind of like the HTC One, you know, your action drama shot. Animated photo, never heard of it. Golf is kind of the same as the drama, but it's quicker. I didn't mean to touch that. Rich tone HD, I mean, you're well aware, I'm sure, of that. Each phone has it. Just gives it a little extra oomph. It pulled out those that pattern there. My favorite is the surround shot. It's kind of like the photosphere. It's not as good. So let's go like this. It takes longer to snap, and then it snips them together. It's not as good, but you know, it was my favorite feature of the Nexus 4 by far, but there are so many other features in this phone that I am willing to accept, you know, above this photosphere, because I mean, it's really what makes Android Nexus phones. So I mean, it spliced it together kind of good. Well guys, like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. This is Andy Paulus with allgamesplayed.com, 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 doing a review, tips and tricks, tutorial of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. my favorite phone on the market. Get it now. T-Mobile has a great price. Verizon, AT&T, no credit to you guys. Get one. It's 10 out of 10 by far. By far.